तो हर जगह है, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं।
हाँ हाँ, पैसे तो चाहिए होगा, नहीं तो कंपनी
बिल्कुल
चलेगी। तो पैसा तो उधर से ही आएगा।
राइट।
Yeah, but learn first that concept, right? And if you're really serious on learning SAP, then yes, I will guide you, Aditya, how to proceed with that SAP finance. But in these classes, right, like we'll also see, we are talking also about the basics, why, but MRP, and ERP, the foundations, the history of ERP, and then SAP, right? So SAP transactions, codes, and other things, it will be similar, right? The way it is done is similar. And I can also forward you the best book in finance.
अच्छा
I have already uploaded that OTC book, right? Sales and distribution.
जी जी
This is kind of Bible for OTC. It's little older than the current version of S4 HANA. But most of big companies are not yet on SAP S4 HANA. Okay, there are like 100,000 customers, right? About 70 to 80% companies are still on older version of SAP. That book is for the industry. Think about it. By early next week, all big companies, Apple, Microsoft, any chemical companies, any oil and gas company, just name it, right? BP, Shell, Exxon, Chevron, right? If you like the chemicals company, DuPont, Dow Chemicals, Lindell Bassel, BASF, any manufacturing company, right? Most of this Fortune 500 companies,
राइट
all are on SAP. The supply chain is in on SAP side, supply chain and finance. Right? So 60 to 70% of Fortune 500 companies are run on SAP, and they have not yet upgraded. Right? So once we will get started, once they will start these kinds of projects, SAP S4 HANA projects, it will be big, right? And then they will not be able to find enough people.
राइट राइट बट हाँ सैप एक्चुअली आई हैव सीन कि सैप पे तो ऑलमोस्ट सारा बेस है सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस का
SAP, not SAP.
राइट
SAP.
SAP राइट राइट राइट
Yeah.
सो ओके a stupid question sir so SAP and SAP are different
No, it's the same, but we never say SAP. SAP is like layman term,
okay
right? So SAP यदि आप करते हो तो people will understand you have not worked on SAP. Right?
okay
For professionals, it's always SAP.
okay
Even जो उसका नाम है, right?
right 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 right
अभी जैसा IBM बोलते हो, right?
yes yes yes
Right? अभी इसको कुछ अलग वे में बोलते हो, it won't feel good, right? But IBM is like international business machine, right? वैसे SAP is systems application products data processing, but nobody says that, right?
right right
So इस IBM को IBM ही बोलते हो, right? SAP को SAP बोलो.
right
It's so SAP is like people said, but that is not the terminology.
cool good morning Amarnath sir
Good morning, Amarnath ji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So Ankush, Adit, did you get a chance to look for that book or any videos, any training videos?
sir I'm looking into it but actually basically I'm here for Aditya who is also on this call so as I shared
Yeah.
he's doing this BCom final year so meanwhile just got to know that you are imparting the knowledge so I thought he will be part of this group my friend did this thing he did graduation and did SAP course from Bangalore and now he's well placed in initially he joined few groups now he's well placed in HCL earning good so he didn't had any graduation sort of graduation as you say degree but yeah he just did it for the sake of getting a degree and then he went to Bangalore for I think 1 month or something there was some teacher who was giving them this I would say this knowledge about the SAP. Also, he was giving some month, experience, right? So that they can apply different groups.
Yes.
So yeah, so I was very much impressed by this thing because he didn't had anything to apply in any good position or job, no degree, nothing. But with SAP, SAP, I would say, from layman's it's almost similar. He is now at a good position. And few weeks ago, you know, I was just talking with Jivesh sir, and he shared this thing that you are doing this thing very religiously for all the Brahmins, specifically from Bihar. But yeah, I will take this thing, you know, जहाँ से ज्ञान आ रहा है.
Definitely, because see, it's not only for Brahmi or for Bihar, it's open for him. But what I like to say is, of course, community अपने पास नहीं है, right?
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं आप. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं आप.
We should think outside of the box. Okay, बिहार में हमारा mindset क्या है? It's a government job, right? उससे right? Maybe it's changed now. अभी काफी सारे changes हो गए होंगे, लेकिन but when I was there, right? It's a really difficult situation. Every time, every Saturday, go to at photocopy shops, right? And then get employment news. अब उसमें देखो कि कहाँ पे रेलवे का फॉर्म भरना है, बैंक का फॉर्म भरना है, मंडे को टू स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, वहां से ड्राफ्ट बनाओ, भेजो, एप्लीकेशन सबमिट करो, एग्जाम दो, रिजल्ट कुछ नहीं आने वाला.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर.
रियली फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग, राइट?
It's very same and similar everywhere, I would say. हर कोई उसी के लिए like as you said, right? मैं बस I will just name it, right? आपने कहा कि बैंक का भरेंगे, पीओ का भरेंगे, रेलवेज का भरेंगे, पुलिस का भरेंगे, right? Then अब तो in India they have removed the army वाला, अब तो अग्निवीर कर दिया इन लोगों ने. So it's just for a few years. So no, it's similar, sir. It's absolutely it is difficult, right? Be it any industry, it is difficult. But the main thing is कि once you step into this, I would say adulthood, और आपके पास जैसी डिग्री होती है तो लोगों की एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है एटलीस्ट फ्रॉम द मेल्स दैट यू शुड स्टार्ट अर्निंग.
Yeah. Definitely. So that's what the goal is, right? Like if you're enrolled, or if you have done that BSc becomes, in my case, I understood my BSc in chemistry from Bhagalpur University.
Right, sir.
Right? लेकिन अभी वहाँ करने का what is the future, right? If you do BSc BCom, फिर आप MSc करोगे, फिर ट्यूशन पढ़ाना स्टार्ट करोगे.
Exactly.
वही साइकिल है, राइट? आप एक साथ IAS का भी फॉर्म भरोगे, यूपीएससी का, एंड प्राथमिक शिक्षक का ही फॉर्म भरोगे कि कहीं पे हो जाए.
बिल्कुल सर.
तो
मेरे भैया थे जितेंद्र कुमार झा, सो ही वाज आल्सो फ्रॉम बिहार, सो उन्होंने BHU से किया था मैथ्स ऑनर्स, राइट? सो BSc मैथ्स ऑनर्स एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. सो वो मुझे मैथ्स बताते थे एंड आई वाज सो गुड एट मैथ्स बिकॉज ऑफ हिम. एंड मैंने भी BSc मैथ्स ऑनर्स में दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन लिया था, राइट? उस समय कट ऑफ 90 प्लस जाती थी. सो just because of him I was able to do those things, और BSc मैथ्स ऑनर्स में एडमिशन लिया. बट उन्होंने फिर यही कहा कि यार अगर तू यही करता रहेगा BSc में तो यही होगा, या तो प्रोफेसर बनेगा, राइट? इट वाज सो मच कन्वेंशनल थिंग, राइट?
या
कि थॉट प्रोसेस तो कन्वेंशनल रहते हैं ना कहीं ना कहीं. सो उस समय बीटेक का चला था, सो वी वेंट टू बीटेक एंड देन थिंग्स चेंज. बट जस्ट टू ऐड ऑन, आपने जैसे कहा कि BSc करने के बाद यही चीजें होती हैं कि ट्यूटर बनेंगे.
Yeah.
But cool. I see people are joining in.
Yeah.
Raj,
We start, right?
so I will give
Yeah.
back to the podium, sir.
Yeah. No, that's good. First time I heard SAP, the job section of Times of India. ये देखते थे यार कि ये काफी सारे जॉब्स आ रहे हैं in Times of India, like Sunday newspaper.
Right.
Before that, I did not have any clue what is SAP.
So how it inspired you, right? You saw it in the newspaper, because even today I was just, as you said, Times of India. I was just looking at Times of India. There were few courses and all this thing, interviews, everything. So
Yeah.
generative AI MBA, I saw it today from Delhi Technical University.
Right. Yeah.
So how things changed then? आपने फिर SAP किया था, or it pushed you?
No, I वहाँ पे एक है ना, मुंबई में मैं था, वहाँ पे एक है पॉपुलर कार बाजार करके अंधेरी में तो उसके ऊपर एक था एसएपी इंस्टीट्यूट सिखाने के लिए, आई थिंक 25,000 रुपीज दे चार्ज में।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
हाँ, तो एसएपी वहाँ से सीखा।
हम्म।
देन आई गॉट माय फर्स्ट जॉब आफ्टर 53 इंटरव्यूज।
53 interviews.
करेक्ट, या
Great.
क्योंकि कुछ पता नहीं था, और आई गॉट दिस बुक जो मैंने भी अपलोड किया है, दैट्स रियली हेल्प मी अ लॉट।
Okay.
ये ऐसा साइकिल है ना कि पीपल विल आस्क, ओके, हाउ मच एंड टू एंड लाइफ in project implementation you did, really we just got trained, how can I do that, right? तो प्रॉब्लम वहाँ पे है कि if you will apply to all, वही प्रॉब्लम होता है कि यार आप रिज्यूमे सबमिट कर दो, जस्ट फ्लोट योर रिज्यूमे, कोई आइडिया नहीं था रिज्यूमे लिखना क्या है।
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल। आई हैव गॉन थ्रू द सेम साइकिल। वो अपलोडेड रहते थे उसमें, पोर्टल्स में कुछ नहीं होता था, इंतजार करते रहते थे, आएगा कॉल आएगा।
हाँ हाँ, तो फर्स्ट जो मुझे मिला 8,000 रुपीज पे, इट्स लाइक 8,000 इज नथिंग फॉर SAP, it's almost kind of free, so I thought, okay, first 3 months at least I got like hands-on experience। एक प्रोजेक्ट चला था बलसारा ग्रुप ऑफ कंपनीज मुंबई में। हाँ, तो मेरा दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट। बलसारा का टूथपेस्ट पहले आता था, अभी तो आई थिंक झंडू या डाबर ने उनको टेक ओवर कर लिया।
अच्छा, बलसारा।
हाँ, बलसारा ग्रुप ऑफ कंपनीज पहले होते थे, उसके बबूल टूथपेस्ट होते थे।
हाँ हाँ, बबूल, आई हैव सीन द एड इन डीडी। आता था बबूल बबूल पैसा वसूल,
हाँ,
टैगलाइन थी।
वो उनका मेरा पहला प्रोजेक्ट था वहाँ पे।
ओके।
4 months and after immediately, like एक बार SAP का आपका टैग आ गया कि SAP कोई इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्रोजेक्ट, देन यू जस्ट गेट एनीथिंग सैलरी वाइज। वो 8,000 इमीडिएटली उसी कंपनी ने मुझे 20,000 किया, एंड देन सीमेंस 6 महीने मैंने ज्वाइन किया। SISL मुंबई वर्ली में है, दूरदर्शन के पास SISL, एंड देन आई गॉट लाइक 6 lakhs पैकेज। देन आई लाइक 6 months में फिर मैंने विप्रो ज्वाइन कर लिया, विप्रो टेक्नोलॉजीज 10 lakhs, एंड इमीडिएटली दे सेड टू मी जापान 6 महीने, फिर US।
नाइस।
यहाँ पे आने के बाद फिर मैंने बेयरिंग पॉइंट ज्वाइन कर लिया। बेयरिंग पॉइंट इज लाइक KPMG कंसल्टिंग, सो इट्स अ बिग कंपनी, बिग कंपनी। तो फिर वहाँ से फिर तो दैट वाज माय स्टोरी फॉर SAP।
At this moment, Rajesh sir, you are working for KPMG only.
No, I work for Accenture.
At this moment, you are with Accenture. KPMG has left. Only for software designer or some, because India I have seen is SAP end users a lot you will find, but software professional designer, whatever the software they make everything, they maximum immediately after 6 months they quit one industry to other industry.
Yeah.
I have observed over here. Very.
See, right now, like I trained more than 500 people in US and India. Even in India, people are getting like salary like crazy. Like it's within first year you will get low, right? It will be 25,000 or something per month. But after, if you have 2 years of experience, you can easily jump to like 20 lakhs of package per annum. Right? If you know OTC and CPQ, easily 20-25 lakhs package, 2 years of experience. To get that first job is a challenge.
Right.
But yeah, I can help. Like let's say Aditya, like if you learn this, I know a couple of folks, right, who is working with a startup in SAP, they can hire you. Just work for them for 6 months or something, and then they will ask you to sign a bond, right? You cut 5 lakhs of bond. Right? If you
Hello,
leave
sir.
them, yeah. If you leave them, you have to pay.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hey, Rajeevjee.
Sir.
See, I would say Prakash ji, right? Like he is SAP
Yeah.
user.
Yes.
Like he uses
Yes,
SAP,
sir.
right?
Sir,
last month my manager said me कि one the new application come in our company, so you need to access of the SAP. So yes, so CS12 CS12 for the bomb designing.
yeah.
So yesterday I have request to SAP for the giving the access. So my manager approved it. Then I will receive the access for SAP. सो सिनेरियो ये महीने के अंदर मैंने सर वापस मैंने बहुत डीपली सोचा कि ये सब चीजें हैं क्या। तो सर मैंने ये सोचा कि मार्केट में जो अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत ज्यादा है और क्रिएशन भी बहुत ज्यादा है, हम उस पर क्लिक नहीं कर रहे, तर्क नहीं कर रहे हैं। तो
Exactly.
मैंने तर्क क्या करें, एसएपी हो गया, एक आईपीसी होता है जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बोर्ड को हैंडल करने के लिए एक ट्रेनिंग की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है आईपीसी। उसके अंदर 3 कैटेगरी है, सीआईएस, एमआईटी और सीआईटी। तो उसमें भी अगर आपने सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स कर लिया है ना, तो एसएपी की तरह उसमें भी आपका पैकेज आपका बढ़ता है। दूसरा
Yes.
हो गया सर एमईएस हो गया, एक एमईएस और है जो कंपनी अपना प्रोडक्ट को ट्रेसिबिलिटी के लिए एप्लीकेशन रखती है, मेरा
Correct.
प्रोडक्ट कहाँ जा रहा है, किसने प्रोड्यूस किया, किस दिन प्रोड्यूस हुआ, कौन सा बेच आईडी हुआ, वो भी एमईएस है। तो इस तरह हमारे पास बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशन है जिसके लिए केवल हमने केवल लर्निंग कर लिया है। और कभी कंसल्टेंट, जैसे आप सर अभी बैठे हैं ना, आप तो फ्री में हमको कोर्स दे रहे हैं, अगर कंसल्टेंट करके भी किसी को हमने अगर कोचिंग दिया है ना, तो उसमें भी आपको 800 रुपये 900 रुपये ऑनलाइन आपको कोई भी फीस दे करके आपसे कोचिंग सर्टिफिकेशन लेवल का कोचिंग आपसे ले लेगा, तो आप एक अच्छा रेवेन्यू आप कमा सकते हैं। और कंपनी ने अगर आपको हायर कर लिया तो आपको 20-30 लाख का आपको पैकेज मिल सकता है। सर मैं एरिक्सन में कम से 2007 से काम कर रहा हूँ, एसएपी तब से चालू है, लेकिन कभी मैंने तर्क नहीं किया इस तरह का कि ये मुझे सीख लेना चाहिए था। और मेरे साथ के बहुत सारे बंदों ने सीख करके, और मेरे साथ के बंदे अभी कम से कम तो 45-60 का पैकेज लेकर के यूएस में बैठे हैं। कभी क्या मैं सोचता ही नहीं था ये है क्या चीज। अब आपने मुझे इस वीक में जो लॉजिकली समझाया ना, तब मुझे समझ आया ओके, ये एक प्रोडक्ट का ट्रेसिबिलिटी है जिसमें एचआर भी आ जाता है, फाइनेंस भी आ जाता है, लॉजिस्टिक भी आ जाता है, सब कुछ आ जाता है उसके अंदर। एक कंपनी है पूरा एसएपी।
Sir, CRM, sir, Rajiv sir, CRM and SAP, how both are related? Because in sales, I am getting
Let's just
marketing.
start that, right? Let's just start from that topic only, right?
CRM and SAP, please.
That again, it's not SAP, SAP.
S.A.P.
SAP. Yes, sir, SAP and CRM. Customer relationship management.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the most
So,
important in
yeah.
India. Companies are having CRM maximum, but SAP having very less because it's a costly affair.
I'll explain it to you. Okay, can you see
Sir.
my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
visible.
let's start from that. Right? That's a really interesting topic. How it is connected, right?
सर जस्ट बिफोर यू स्टार्ट एंड ये जो आप पीपीटी में पढ़ाते हैं, ये करते हैं, तो ये आप शेयर कर पाएंगे सर हम लोगों को?
Yeah.
जस्ट एज अ होता है ना क्लास नोट्स सॉर्ट ऑफ।
Yeah, it's being recorded, so you can see it on the YouTube. So it will
अच्छा,
be
ये
shared
रिकॉर्ड हो
with
रहा
all
है?
of you.
ठीक है। लास्ट टाइम आई थिंक यू सेड कि वी कांट रिकॉर्ड।
No. Even the last 2 lectures are already recorded.
फेयर
So you
इनफ, फेयर
can,
इनफ।
yeah.
Thanks.
So you can
Thanks.
see those lectures too. Introduction.
Thanks Amar sir. Thanks Amar sir.
Okay.
Sure.
So let's start from this, right? So understand that whole sales cycles, right? From starting, right? How SAP and CRM, right? SAP is also CRM, right? So let's understand if you have to brand a new product, right? How will you start? Right? If you have, let's say, manufacture a new product, what is the first thing you will do? You will start campaigning, right?
Yes, advertise.
Advertisement,
Yes.
advertisement, campaigning, right? That's what you will do, right? Advertisement. Then you will go for anything. Let's say if there is any mall, or you will display somewhere, right? So those things are part of your campaigning. Okay. Then what you will start doing, that you will list all those companies, right? Like where whoever is using those products, right? Again, like it's so SAP, or even for it's a more kind of B2B business. So when I'm talking, it's from the corporate to corporate. Okay. Say I will over Dow Chemicals, right? So Dow Chemicals or something that you will not go directly and buy as a customer. It's more they will talk to those, let's say in India, they have to sell it, they will sell it to their customer will be Asian Paints, right? Or Clorox, those types of companies where the raw material itself is chemicals or different chemicals. So I'm just to think about from that perspective, right? So campaign. So you after that you will start. So yes, you are absolutely right. But your job is here. Start from campaigning. Once you got a signed contract, your job is completed from sales
Right.
teams.
Right, sir.
Right.
Right.
Then it comes, yeah. Then so for this, right? So for this particular activities, right? Like there will be much more, right? In opportunity, you will also connect with your social media accounts, right? Where and then you want like a dashboard and all kinds of reporting the percentage wise, right? Let me share my screen here. Let me log in into Salesforce. I have also access of Salesforce, right? Like how we sell in S.A.P, let's say how I am doing sales at Accenture. Okay, I'm leading here our Accenture's North America practice for sustainability. Right? So all these activities, right? When we'll create an opportunity, right? So any ideas, right? Like and then we'll start from opportunity, create an opportunity there, and then there will be all let's say any contacts that who can help me, right? From that LinkedIn or any social media account, like whom I know, right? Let's say if I'm selling S.A.P projects to again to Dow Chemicals, I will create an idea, opportunities, all my contacts, right? All my contacts, I would like to reach out to them, right? Like who can help me. So that's how we plan, right? We'll submit a contract, total numbers. So there are a lot of things to do, right? So, but the thing is, it will be around these things: campaigning, opportunity, inquiry, quotation, contract, and then this is your job is done as a marketing person. If you get a signed contract, you will start on any other new opportunity. Okay, so this is your cycles. First, let me write the sales cycle, and then we'll discuss it more. Sales cycle will be again contract, and this is that integration point. So after getting that contract, that's what we discussed last time also, right? Sales order, and then what will happen? Delivery,
Yes.
shipment, and then you will bill to customer. Billing, and then accounting. This accounting is known as AR, accounts receivable, and then after there will be payment, right? So this part is your sales cycle, and that's what like we will learn. We will go through deep it today. Like we'll start doing that. Okay. This particular part again, it's not part of OTC. We will see that, and also in SAP. And then after there is post sales cycle. Once you are done with your sales, then what you do? Again, there will be something called service contract, right? Instead of sales order, there will be service order. Let's say Microsoft or Accenture, right? Accenture's bought, let's say, thousands of laptops, or Ericsson. Like last time, you were talking about Ericsson, right? Ericsson bought Dell's laptop, right? But they're also getting their service contract. So after delivering it, everything, there will be service contract. There will be service order. Before service order, there will be service notification. I'll talk about those. Let me first write it and then we'll discuss detail. Then will be service order. Then there will be repair. In the repair, there are like different kinds of repair scenarios: on-site repair, off-site repair, and then there will be, I think, billing and accounting is fine. So this is your post sales cycles. Okay, so let's clear on this one. Pre-sale cycles. So for this one, most of these companies use CRM. So CRM is a broad term, right? CRM, there are different players for CRM. So for CRM is like terminology, right? Customer relationship management. So who are the big players here? Salesforce, Oracle, SAP, and then there are so many. Also, Microsoft. There are also for Amazon. ServiceNow also have something. So all big companies. But the biggest software which people use is Salesforce. So Salesforce is a market leader for CRM. Okay. So once it is, so there should be integration, right? Like this contract, once most of these companies, right, they use, let's say, Salesforce, and this particular contract will be linked over here. Here it comes for sales cycle with SAP. Okay. So once you complete your contract, signed up these contracts, there will be integration. Integration, this data will flow to your SAP. And then within SAP, there are like different kinds of roles, which we'll also see. This contract we discussed last time, there will be contract pricing, and then it will be signed off. Then there will be sales order, and then we'll spend a lot of time on this particular area, sales orders, right? Where we discussed about customer. In customers, we discussed about like sold to party, ship to party, bill to party, and payer. That's what we discussed last time, right? I'll just write it. What we have already discussed. Customer. And we'll see also in SAP. Ship to party. Remember this one? Like we discussed this last time. Sold to party, ship to party, bill to party, and pair. So if you are talking about sold to party, this is for your sales order. Who is ordering? Right? This is your main customer for your sales perspective. Ship to party is basically your location where you are sending it. Right? So this is very important from your pricing perspectives, right? Your contract will be with sold to party. When you are creating this particular contract, this contract in CRM, this is for your sold to party. Any question on this? We can spend more time on this one. Right?
Sir, CRM, as you were saying, everything is correct. But CRM, I'm the user side. I have purchased this software from company called Salesforce in BKC. There is a big building of Salesforce company. It is of American company basically, and they have provided me software. Around 150 people we are using at this moment in India. There, whenever any problem, they people used to come and guide us also. Sometimes, so what happened, Rajeev sir? Very small. Suppose every day you enter how many customer you have visited in this CRM format, and the pop up is sometimes also comes if you not writing the what happened within 1 week. You will have to close with reason everything. Sometimes software fails also. Some software. Are you getting me? Are you getting me, sir?
Yeah, defects, right? You are getting defects.
Sometimes defects also comes. Or suppose I fill up that, but however that has been down closed due to this price issue and all everything. After that also pop-up comes. What happened of this customer? You will have to follow up that. They used to call. Why happen is that. But that S.A.P. If I purchase the S.A.P. entire software, then it will be more effective. The CRM should work correctly. Or some other companies there, I should remove this Salesforce company software and purchase from other company. Is any idea with your experience?
Yeah. So see, defects will be anywhere, right? Any softwares. Defects is how it is implemented, and we'll discuss. Like we'll spend a lot of time on the project implementation. Right? If you're getting a out of box system, that is not you are not using it as it is, right? There are a lot of customizations which you have to do for your own company's business requirement, right? While doing that customization, right, then you have to go for another cycle which we will talk, right, once we'll see the project implementation part. And then there will be defects, right? Like there will be reporting requirement, and then while configuration or doing that customization, you will have defects, so it is not tested properly, and then you will get a defect. But that does not mean that if you move from Salesforce to SAP, you will not get those defects, right? There are pros and cons for these softwares, but still Salesforce is number one for CRM. Okay, see, for any company, it's not like we will always use SAP and buy all SAP's product. Always, like, if we are implementing, see, companies are investing $100 million, right? So based on the breed, that's what they're talking nowadays, right? What is the best for their business scenarios? So for CRM, it's a Salesforce. For manufacturing or the whole logistics execution process, SAP is the best one. For financials, it is Oracle. So that's what, like, we will discuss. But see, once you are implementing SAP, earlier, right, most of these companies first they went for SAP CRM. SAP also has CRM system. It's not like SAP does not have CRM. SAP has a CRM, but that is not very user friendly. Remember last time I was also talking about SAP CPQ, that configure price quote. That is also kind of CRM. It has the functionality of CRM. That is, but it is not very successful. Salesforce is the best software till now for CRM. So if people use Salesforce or they Microsoft Dynamics. Okay. But all those campaigning, opportunity inquiry, but basically for these, right, opportunity, once your contract is signed off, then integrate, send the data to SAP for your processing. Because SAP as very good like MRP functionality, right? Materials requirement planning, and it is very connected. All those warehouse functionalities, quality management, SAP is really good on that. Those areas. The shipment part, okay, and that's what we will see. So this is your sales cycle. This is your pre-sales. This is your sales cycles, right? And then you have a post-sales. Post-sales is over here. So in post-sales, any questions till now here, right? Let's say anything from here. We are talking about this.
No questions. No questions. Right.
So sold to party, right? This is very important concept for SAP to understand SAP. Okay. Sold to party, your contract, your all activities like pre-sales activities, right? Everything will be for your sold to party. Most of the time, right? If you think about any B2C scenario, it will be same. Right? Sold to party, ship to party, bill to party, and pair is always same. But if you think about big corporation, it's not same. Okay. So sold to party is basically you're creating a contract. Ship to party is the location, because there could be hundreds of locations. Think about any life science industry, any hospitals. Okay. So let's say build a hospital. Right? They have a corporate office, and then they want to buy some kinds of medicines for all their locations. So the corporate office will be your sold to party, but different locations, if they have locations in Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, like all different places. So all those locations will be your ship to party. So your order will be processed for the sold to. Location will be your ship to parties. Why it is very important? Because I think let me explain. See the taxations, right? So tax will be based on your location, right, where you are shipping it. Right? So we'll see also in SAP. Why ship to party is important. Before I go, let me explain one more concept, and then we'll come again here. Okay. Hierarchy. There is a concept for client. Let me insert that. Now today we'll talk about organization structure, and then we'll look into SAP, how it would look like. So that's how like SAP looks like, SAP GUI. Okay, and we had already seen that, right? There are different kind of departments: logistics, accounting. This is your sales and distribution. So most of the time we'll spend time on this one, sales and distribution. So you got this particular software, then what?
Sir, this software is doing okay, no doubt. But what happened now is sometimes my question is that SAP CRM is a one part of SAP, or what is like that? What is the relation exactly? Because SAP I have SAP also I have used in days when new it has appeared. Then I was a professionals, technical professional of SAP company from, I did remember Infosys from Bangalore. They people came in our factory. They have put up in the department, IT department started to give a training every day. Engineers used to, at that time I'm working as a maintenance engineer in some factory, cement factory of Adit Birla Group. long time back, 1992. Then I have learned, then purchase order, everything. I will have to any indent, I will have to raise through SAP, it will go. But today
Correct.
I am the marketing professional. Then I am not using SAP, I am using CRM. So
Yes.
CRM I used to fill up the form, whatever you know, everything, whatever done. So,
See, what happened? Yeah, go ahead.
are you getting me what I want to say? So, but
I
CRM,
got you.
I'm having CRM having some limitation compared to SAP. Some people are saying like that. Is it like that,
No, let me tell you.
sir?
See the concept one. First, you have to understand the concept, right?
Sir,
So CRM is not a software. Did you get my point?
sir,
CRM. Let's say if you are talking about like you have implemented ERP. ERP itself is not a software.
sir.
So ERP, if you talk about ERP, people will not know that what are you talking about. Similarly, if you are saying that you are using CRM, CRM is not a software. Okay. So for CRM or CPQ, right? CPQ, these are not the software. Okay. So if you are talking about CRM, there are a bunch of softwares. Okay. So that's what I was talking about here. So CRM itself is not a software. It's a business process. So CRM is business process. Did you get my point? CRM is your process. These are the softwares to accommodate your business requirement, to fulfill your business requirement of CRM. This is CRM process. Okay? This is your CRM process where you want to create your campaigning, opportunity, inquiry, quotation, like all kinds of reports. So that is your business process. To fulfill these business processes, right? To fulfill this CRM business requirement, you are implementing these softwares like Salesforce, Oracle, SAP. So to your questions, Raji, earlier you were using SAP CRM.
Acha, acha. Yes, yes, yes.
SAP CRM. But now your company has removed that because SAP CRM is not very user friendly. Okay. So now you are
Sir.
using Salesforce.
Yeah.
Okay. CRM is a business process, and what are the business? What consists of the business process of CRM? This is your business process, and then to fulfill those requirement of business process, you have to implement these kinds of software. Salesforce is one of the software which you are using now. Earlier, you used to do that as
Yes, yes. Yes.
yeah.
Rajeevjee, can you go back to your original first slide as that all the different component? I think there is a little problem. People are not understanding the whole manufacturing process from the product concept, design, to all the way to customer, how many things it goes through, and how this whole system is this SAP
Yes.
or Oracle system. I mean, here we are just talking about one piece of that, but the whole SAP provides you information. I think that was from the part of your book where it has all the different area which you just showed a couple of minutes back. So I think we should just review.
Yeah.
I just want to drill it from the manufacturing point of view. You have been telling a lot about sales and marketing, but I want to the gap from say like you said, the customer order. What happens after that? Simply, if you place the order, it doesn't go into the vacuum, right? So I want to take from there to production to quality control, which is important because if you don't have the right quality control, then again customer will bother you, and then again you will be using your CRM and all that. So basically the key here is I'll take just a few minutes time. I'm not going to take too much time because that is not the focus here, but I just want to clear for what we are trying to do. When you start a company or any manufacturing firm, you have a bunch of suppliers and you have a bunch of customers. So let's take a customer A, and you are capable of producing their product. So customer A will give you a specification for, call it product XYZ. So this is what I need, all the specification. I want you to all of these requirements, and length, dimension, if it is liquid, whatever it is, all the requirements. Now, as a salesperson and marketing person, you take that specification and now you come to the engineering department and that, hey, here is the product I want you to manufacture. Can you do it? Then they, how will you do that? You're not going to simply take the paper. You will use this ERP system, whatever it is, SAP or Oracle or whatever the case may be. There are 10 different systems. I used at my last job Oracle. That so a specification, as a sales and marketing person, you will bring the specification. Engineering team, I was like quality manager. So when the sales manager brings that one, then we will discuss in a group meeting where all the managers will be there, R&D, operations, name it. Everybody will be there, quality, and then we discuss it, that here is the specification which has come, and is it feasible that we can make it, what it is, and if it is feasible to make it, how much time it will take, and all that information. Yeah, if it is yes, then we kind of give back the information again to the sales group, your group, that hey, yes, we can do it. We can entertain this specification for this XYZ product. We can do it. So while this is happening, and we'll say that we'll take 3 months time or 6 months time, whatever is the period. Now in the manufacturing process here, now the design team will first make a development of a prototype, and then they will perfect it to make sure, they will test it, they will all this. But while they are doing it, they are inputting all the data about the product into the system. But right now they are not using your CRM system. They are using you have seen there is 20 different portfolios there. So they are right now in the using SAP in the design section of your SAP part. That's where they are. Then once that part is completely qualified, that design is good, then it will move to production. Okay, so now the production engineer, production people, production technicians, who is only metric pass, because he will get the job. There are, say, called 10 jobs coming, then he will have to enter. There are, let's call it, there is 5 steps of the production there. So every step, once he completes, first he has to receive the job, then he has to input the data. So he will use the ERP system, and then once he has finished his step, he will again input all the data which he's supposed to be, he's required to collect into the whole system, so that everybody else can see it, especially like quality wants to see it, how is the product moving, or R&D will like to see it. So like that, at the end of the production, when everybody has done it, quality will check that everything is meeting all the specification requirement and using this ERP system, and there is no issue. Then they will say that this product is ready to be released. Then it will go to the logistic, and then your shipping department and all that, they will take care, and you will get notification as the salesperson that yes, now your product which you had given us as a it's ready. Your customer will get in so and so date. It'll be at their door, wherever it is. Like all the Rajeev is talking about different shipping place, who suppose order is coming from Japan, but product can be delivered to America. So this system is used not only at one place. This system is designed to start from the design, from the sales and marketing. You bring the order, then it goes through the manufacturing, through quality check and all that, and finally it comes to you, and you are telling the customer that hey, there is a product, you will be delivered at this case. Also that, suppose you ship the product and now it has failed there, so you will come back again to the factory. You will tell to the quality manager that look, the product you shipped, they are saying that it didn't meet this specification, it has failed there in the field. So now will again the production team, quality team will start investigation, doing fishbone diagram or whatever it and all that. where did this fail? They will go through all the data. That's why it's very critical that every step data is collected, whatever data was collected is entered properly. And so this back and forth keeps going. If it fails, if it doesn't fail, then we are all good. So we have to understand not everybody is doing everything. So for example, I was doing for a while production, I was R&D or in the quality. So I know only these three segments very well, how to use and what to do, right? Similarly, you guys know the sales and marketing, but I'm talking to the new engineers here that you can be expert in one area. You don't have to, I mean, you can generally understand whole thing, whole body, but you will be working your career in one part, sales, marketing, or like me, I was in engineering, or somebody else will be something else. Thank you. That's all my 2 cents.
Yeah, that's important. Thanks, Amarnath. So that's what, like the way, right? You will be expert only in one area, right? You should know things, but you will be expert only in one area, right? Like in a doctor, right? The doctor can be either, anything, or a surgeon
Yes.
or anything, right? Eyes doctor. So you cannot be the expert in all areas. So similarly, the same engineer, like you perform only one job, right? Like Om Prakash is focusing on quality system, right? So this is someone will be in procurement systems. Same way, also if you become SAP consultant, you will be responsible only in one area. Either will be CRM consultant or OTC consultant, order to cash, right? Or you will be in RTR consultant like finance, procurement consultant, logistics consultant. So it's exactly the same way. These are different types of different modules. You will not expert in all areas, right? So in these cases, right, first we will start sales and distribution, right? And a similar way, like which we discussed last time also, right? All those sales cycles, right? Inquiry, quotation, order, contracts. So that's how we talk, right? We will all discuss about also schedule and agreement, but most of these companies, they don't use this one. Inquiry, quotation, order, contract. These are the main thing for sales side. And then there will be shipping and transportation. There will be another consultant who will be working with you for outbound delivery, right? Outbound delivery. Last time we talked about picking, packing, loading, and shipment. So let's go back to our slides, right? So this is your CRM process. CRM process. These are the main players of software industry, right? Who helps you to map your process in Salesforce and then implement it there. This is sales contract delivery. That's what we saw in SAP. Till here, it is called order to cash. Order to cash to take a billing document. This particular part will be from finance side. And then this is like post sales cycles. Right? If there's a problem, there will be some kind of warranty. If you are buying it a warranty, you will create a service contract. Then you will tell that something is not working. Then repair process will start. If it is under warranty, then it will be free of charge. If it is out of warranty, then that company will charge you. And then this is like again account receivables and payment. Okay. So now I want to discuss about one more critical concept, and then we'll come back again here to customer master. So this concept is for like organizational structure. And like as I also told you again last time, right? SAP is pure business software. It's the ERP. The way your company works, you have to map it in SAP, and that's what we will see today. Yeah. So organizational structure will be, let's say, something called client. Coming here. Okay. This is a very important concept, and then we will do some hands-on in SAP. We'll log in into SAP, and then we'll see. Client, company code, sales organization, plant, shipping point. So now you bought SAP, and now you have to map it based on your requirement. This is your company. You will see in SAP, and that's what the job we do as a consultant. You have to start mapping with your organizational structure. So first thing we start doing is a transaction code SPRO. IMG implementation guide, right? This is the guide how to implement SAP. So your company bought SAP software. Now you have to start mapping those processes to fulfill the requirement of that company. So the first thing as a consultant we do is enterprise structure. So this is your organizational structure which you define, and then do that assignment part. I will show you how to do that and what are these meaning, right? These things. So again, there will be a bunch of consultants. These consultants will be for financial accounting, controlling, logistics general, sales and distribution, service, like after post cycles, materials management, logistics and distribution. So one person does not do this job, right? It's a bunch of, it's a teamwork. All the department, these are considered, these are like department. So financial accounting, there will be different consultants, not only one, like bunch of consultants in one department to configure. Controlling, logistics general, sales and distribution. So we'll see for we will stick to our sales and distribution and logistics general, and then probably we'll also look at the logistics execution part. I know it's a little bit difficult to understand, but once you will see multiple times, then you will get it why we are doing this. Okay, so let's go back to understand this concept of what is client. Like we got like company code, another thing. What is client? Okay, so client is at highest organizational structure. In that organizational structure, this is the highest component. First, what? Okay, think about Tata Motors, not Tata Motors. Tata as a client, Tata as a company, Tata Group. Okay, so Tata Group here. Let me also put an examples. Say let's say Tata Group. Tata Group. So it is kind of group of companies, right? There will be a lot of companies within that Tata Group. I think the correct example. I'm just looking for an example, better example. Let's say Tata Motors. Okay, so let's say Tata Motors has, within that company there are different company codes. One company code, one company will manufacture, let's say Tata trucks. I don't know if this is really that their examples. And then another company will manufacture, let's say, cars. Okay, so within that company we have two different companies. Are you getting it? Sales organization are you with me to understand this? It will be let's say different companies, right? So we are implementing one box of SAP, but there will be multiple companies. Let's say let me change this example like this.
I like Tata Motors, TCS,
No, I think that is because they have different SAP systems. So let me go back to my another example of, let's say, Dow Chemical. Any international organization will be fine. Tata Motors is, I don't know much about them. Let's say Dow Chemicals.
Jabil company.
Yeah, that's right. Talking about really your own company. Okay, Jabil. So Jabil is a group of companies, right? Jabil. I'm looking some example where you have multiple countries, right? Company codes in multiple countries.
Technimont is there, sir. Engineering consultant, Technimont in a US based, and all the continent having presence.
Okay, that's fine. Let's say one example of to take my example, Dow Chemicals.
Dow Chemical is a good company. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Dow Chemicals Inc. Okay. So this is your companies. Okay, and then it has presence in US, Dow US, Dow Canada, Dow UK. I'm just taking this is global company, right? So let's take only just for the slides. I'll fix it later. Demo this. So there will be sales organization. This is important concept for understanding. Let me first fix these things and Dow CA. And you will see these examples like in your book. I'll make it clear. Dow, that is CC. So to understand it better, CC is basically company code, and then SO will be your sales organization. SO. And then let's forget about these things right now. Okay. So what I'm trying to show here is client is at highest in that or any enterprise structure, and then within that there will be company codes. Okay. So thumb rule is in SAP, once we are doing any kind of configuration, we create one company code per country. Okay. So if you have to set up that org structure, that's how we will do. And then within that company code, there will be one sales organization, which is important to cater or to fulfill your requirements for all sales activities. Let me see that book. It has go from there, and you have access of this particular book, so you can look at that. Let me explain from there. Instead of drawing the incorrect picture, I'm talking about this book. And we can discuss from the diagram itself. Yeah. These pictures are not loaded. See. This is very important concept. Once you get it, then at least you get 20% of all modules.
So it's the one a small box. Please hide. Continue coming. Please hide.
Which one?
It's a small box.
Let me put it like
Okay, okay, no.
let's see. Here we have screens. Next time I'll bring my own slides. Like we have training slides. I want to avoid that. It's like Accenture's property. So let's see. In my org structure. Yeah. Okay. This is the thing which I wanted to discuss. Client, plant. This is like how will you do it in SAP? It is really good book. Like if you have not seen that, please refer this book. It has all the screenshots which I was showing, that definitions, sets and distributions. Everything is there, all with the screenshots. It has also like menu path. This is something I will explain you today also. For the transition codes and menu path. Right, I was talking about SAP customizations. Where's my this? It has all the configuration. I think it's trying to find a graphical way. Okay, so think about from that perspective, right? So this is your kind of like a dog chemicals. Each company codes will be like if you have 10 different countries, if you are implementing, then there will be 10 different companies you have to create. Okay, and then there will be plants. So plant is nothing but your manufacturing locations. Okay, where you're shipping your goods, and that is very important concept. Let me see how to do this. I think I'm not able to find any perfect slide for this. Let me go back to Excel. I think Excel is easier. So first thing will be your clients. Like let's say Dow Chemicals. This is your highest. And then there will be company codes. So 10 different countries, 10 different company codes. DOW1, that's how you will do that configuration. This is for, let's say, US. Canada, Mexico, and UK. Then it comes to sales organization. If you have one company code which is selling goods, you will create only one. Okay. Then you have something called distribution. There is something called division. this is like very important concept. We'll discuss about details, right? So company codes, any questions? Company code thumb rule, it is more important for finance perspectives. Our goal would be to discuss like these things: sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So company code is more kind of about your financial statements, right? When you are creating your balance sheet and profit loss account, that is for your company. So for one country, right, it's a regulatory requirement wherever you have a currency, right, one currency, then you have to create your financial statements. You have to create that many company codes. This is for your financial statements. Any question on this one? Company code. You can ask any question like why are we creating like all those things, right? Your regulatory requirement. Getting it or not?
Sir, this is one of the question is regarding I am working with JBL India, so my user is a user ID is different now. So why need the company code is the different for India, JBL India, US?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I,
Great
I
questions.
I am the user and working in the India, so user is a different easily traceability.
Yes. Right. Because see, they that you should not change something for your company code in US. Right? So you will be your access will be restricted to your codes only. You get a point?
Okay.
So you are restricted only for this one. These are restricted to a different set of people. We'll talk about that. But first thing, like why we are getting it, right? We are creating this. So now you are creating whatever is your departments, everything in SAP. And that's what your organizational structure is. So first you have to create your company codes, right? Because this is a regulatory requirement and all other things fall into this one.
Yes. Okay.
So first thing is like your skeleton, right? Like consider implementation. Okay. So that's how you start configuration of your company code. That will be the first thing, and it will be done by finance team, the finance consultant. Okay. So as I told you, right, in this so there will be different kinds of rules, right? Financial accounting. Here you create your company code, define company codes, and this will be done by finance consultant. So let's say Aditya joins FTM, so it will be his role to create your company codes. This is the first step. That's how the day you start your SAP, right? And then what will you do first? Right? You will not go directly in SAP and create it. So let's talk about project implementation, and we'll come here again. So what is your job, right? First, if you go to any place for, let's say, company has already decided that they will go for SAP implementation. So when we start doing this configuration, so first thing in SAP will be workshops, right? You will start meeting people. You know their business requirement, right? Okay, tell me how many company codes you have, right? Because they are already running their business. It's not after implementing SAP they will start their business, right? So there is what called like as is process. What is your as is process? Like how many company codes do you have? Okay, how are you running your business? That's why there will be workshops to understand the business requirements, their as is process, and then as a consultant you will say that okay, now we define to be process. Because see, maybe they are using something where there is no concept of organization or distribution channel or division. We'll talk about also about these things. But do you get a point? Like there will be first thing there will be it goes for months. like 3-4 months, you have to spend time with business stakeholders to understand their requirements. And that's why we conduct these workshops. Workshops is kind of like meeting where you will understand your business requirement and then show SAP system how it works. Okay. Any question on this one? So in these workshops, you will ask, okay, how many company codes? Even they let's say they don't have company codes, but you will ask, okay, how many countries you are working, right? Like business. What are the currencies? Are you creating your financial statements like balance sheet or profit loss account? Are you creating that? And then profit loss account. If they say yes, we have business in 10 company account and then balance it, then you will, as an RT finance consultant, you will decide, okay, do you know what? We are creating these many company codes. So as is, you have to understand, and then in 2B, you will say this particular scenario, okay, you got a requirement, 4 new company codes, like 4 company codes you are creating. Okay. So now there is something like outcome, right? This, again, like you will decide, you will document these parts. So the process will be what will be the outcome after 3-4 months of workshops. You as a business consultant, you will create something called business blueprint. There are different names. Sometimes we say business blueprints, sometimes we say functional design document. Did you get this one? And it is not only for SAP, right? Like it doesn't matter which software you are implementing. Right? You will meet business stakeholders, you will do that workshops, you get their business requirement. You then outcome of that business requirement, the documentations will be business blueprint, or we say functional design document. It happens anywhere, like whatever project you are doing. Did you get this one?
This is exactly what I was saying, that once as a sales and marketing, you bring the sales forecast to the team, it starts happening, that whether you can do it or not. All the stakeholders from different departments will meet and then review the specification provided by the sales and marketing for a particular customer, and your outcome will be the functional design specification blueprint, so that production team can go ahead and do it. And of course, it is a responsibility of engineering team to come up with internal specification. So you had external specification given by the sales and marketing. Now this product internally say that it's going through 5 different operations. So at all the 5 different steps of operation, you have to develop their specification. What is their results and how they're going to measure and how they're going to put it in the system, so that anyone, like when there is a problem or you need to go back, you can see it. Very good.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks, Amarnath. So in that workshop, right, as an OTC consultant, what will be your job now? So now let's say for the dog chemicals itself, right? Like this, they have sales organization. They're not on SAP, right? In India, basically what we do, like I've seen it in my implementation during that Balsa. I think that was the only implementation I did it in India. So there are sales offices, like sales organizations. They have east, west, north, south, east. So generally, they're like called. I'm talking about their as business. West, it will be Mumbai. North, it will be Delhi. So even if there is like one company code, let's say even for chemicals, and the south it will be Chennai. So let's say this is their as is process, right? So they have like different sales organizations. Okay, these things are Kolkata office is responsible for the east business, like it takes care of let's say half of the UP, then Bihar, Odisha, West Bengal, those things, right? Like those that will be they are responsible. But that is their as is designed. So as is designed, you are saying that okay, sales organizations there are 4, right? But as a consultant, they will there will be set of questionnaire, right? Which I'll show that to you. I'll also upload. What are the questions you have to ask business during the workshops? So in this case, as I mentioned earlier, right, one company code, go for one sales organization. Then you will say that why are you doing this way, right? Instead of creating your sales organization in 2B process, just create one, because your company code is one and you have one currency in India. Why to go for different? And then I will tell you what will be the impact. Once we'll discuss about customer master once more, then we will see that impact of this. Okay. Because right now your customer you are creating for your customer, let's say, but for the same customer, if you have branch also in Mumbai, then their headquarters is in Mumbai, you have like duplicate data and it's overlapping data. But if you go for like one sales organization, you tell them the pros and cons, why you should not do that way. Okay, that's what the role of a consultant is. Like you will propose something that hey, and then you will document it in business blueprint that new process flow and visual diagram, right? So this is your as is process, and then there are pros and cons. You are saying that these things you can do, you are doing it for your reporting perspectives, but then there will be some customers which are overlapping. Okay, so it's better to go for one sales organization to streamline your business processes. And that's what you will proposals, and then you will document everything, and then there will be sign off. Any question till now? So that's what the sales organization. The thumb rule: one sales organization. If your currency is say business rules, like simplify the data structure in SAP. It will help business. That will help in this case the doc chemicals if they are using, right. So it should not be like east west coast. You have different sales organization. If they have in as is process, then as a consultant we have to tell them go for one, right. Consolidate your business, and then I will tell you the reason. Like once we go more into details in SAP, we will tell them that why it is very beneficial, right. Of course, one reason is your consolidated, your customers are overlapping between your sales organizations, so do it one this way. So less data maintenance, because let's say if there's something changing, then you don't have to get 4 times the same way, and then you will be getting those details, right. That's what we will. As is process is 4, we'll document as is process, and then we'll see 2B, and then there's something called key design decisions. You will document it, and then you will get also their sign off. So sales organization rule, you got it. Like companies, based on your how many times, like how are you reporting, right, to your government, how many profit loss balance sheet you are creating. Based on that, if you have same currency, same country, go for one company. And the same company code is also responsible for your sales and sales operations, then you will create corresponding sales organization. Sometimes company codes are created just for tax savings, right. We see that, right. Like, especially in Ireland, most of these companies, they are operating in US, they keep their corporate office in Ireland to save their taxation. But that company is doing nothing. There is no sales or anything. So you also see sometimes this type of requirement where you create multiple company codes, but those, let's say out of 4, only one company code is doing sales and other operations. Then there will be only one. So if they have multiple company codes because of taxations, only one company is running your sales operations, then create only one sales organization. So sales organization is your highest order structure in OTC side, order to cash side. Okay. So sales organization is kind of like subset of your company codes, which is responsible for all your sales and operations. Within that comes, Rajeevjee, we were talking about like all those sales and marketing team, different sales group, all sales managers, everything will be part of that sales organization. All employees will report to that sales organization. Okay. Then there comes a distribution channel. This is also very important aspect from OTC side. Distribution channel could be like say my wholesale sale or my corporate, or let's say I'm selling it to defense, let's say Tata Motors, right? I'm creating something for only for defense. Then defense will be by one of distribution channel. Retail, I'm selling it to any, say, my different distributors, car distributors. There could be also corporate account where I'm selling it to big corporation. So there could be different distribution channel based on the business requirement.
Rajeevjee, I would like to add one more thing here. So, sales and marketing, if it is small, you will have like a small team dealing with everything like engineering aspect and commercial and business aspect. But for the large company like Dow Chemicals or Intel or any big size company or medium sized company, what happens is there are it is a very demanding engineering tasks. So within the organization, you will have sales engineers and who has the engineering background, and then you have the sales, whatever you call it, marketing with you guys, like Raj is here, or many others are. So basically, so that like contract and commercial issues, all that is logistic. All this is handled by the MBA type of personnel, commercial people, and the technical, like I was saying, that specification issues, and also like constantly companies, they keep changing a specification. So all those technical talk is done by sales engineer, sales and marketing engineer, and they in turn will bring internally to the quality engineer and R&D engineer team and all that. Or if there is a failure, then again they will come to the quality, and together they will work with other production teams and everybody else to resolve the issue. That's it.
Oh, absolutely. So for that particular requirement, let's say if that is the requirement, you will create a sales group in SAP. Okay. So in sales group, there will be engineering, marketing. So we just sales group, and then there will be a sales office. If you have a big contract, and then you have one office in York, one office in San Diego, right? So those things will be sales offices, right? So this, like, we will discuss also about that. But for those things, it will be still your sales organization thumb rule, one sales organization per country, right? If you have the same currencies, and then assign to one company code. But for those requirements, you will create a sales group and sales offices. Okay, and then I'll explain to you like why we are emphasizing to minimize this number of data. Yeah. So then we have concept distribution channel, right? So distribution channel could be your retail, right? We say, let's say let's think about our B2C. It's not like correct example, but I'd like to give it to you. Let's say if you are buying toothpaste, think about like from India perspectives, right? Like from US, I can give you an example. If you are going to Walmart, you will get one pricing, something will be different. But if you are going to Costco, right, it's like wholesale, you will get it bunch, right? It will be in dozen or something, then you will get price. Okay. Same thing in India, right? We have a retailer and then we have wholesaler. So if you buy the same thing from wholesaler, wholesaler will not sell you like in one unit. It will be bigger, but you will get higher discount, right? So think about the same way. There will be wholesaler from, let's say, diamond customer. I think that will be customer group. Retail sale, retail, defense, corporate, and those things will be my channels where we are selling it. Okay, but still we are trying to minimize. If there as is design, we'll try to minimize, and then we'll say use only two. I will discuss it. I know it's a little bit confusing, but once you have seen SAP that why are we doing things, right, then you can visualize like what we are talking. So next two sessions will focus only on this part. Because to understand this concept is really required, and then it will be the concept will be for across the modules. It doesn't matter if you are learning order to cash or finance or quality, right? This concept is very important to understand. Okay, so you have a division. This division is basically your product division, right? So let's say same of Tata Motors, right, or any other companies, whereas let's say same company is making motorcycles, cars, trucks, scooters. Okay, so in that case they have different types of divisions, right? If you think about any let's say laptop company, any company, right? They are selling some kinds of server, laptop. So those things will be different product division. Okay. An example of, let's say, any consumer goods, right? Let's say same thing like bulbs or any other. If there will be division, product divisions for toothpaste, soap, mosquito repellent, right? These things are different product divisions. So division, like it's a self-explanatory, right? It's basically your product division, like how are you selling any stuffs to your customer. So product division, what you sell, right? So think about it. Division is basically what are you selling? Can you group those products? Distribution channel, how are you selling? It's in bulk, right? How? So that's what the difference. Like, what are you selling? All those products. Can we group those? It's in the one bucket. And the distribution channel is how are you selling? How your goods are reaching from your factory to the customer. What is the chain? That's what this distribution channel or chain you can say, right? And sales organization, like it's entire thing, like you have to see. This is kind of like org structure, which you have to create. So there's a difference between company codes and all org structure. Sales organization is basically company code is for your financial statements. If same company code is doing sales operations, then you will create a sales organization. So most of the time, numbers of this company codes and sales organization is same. In few cases where your company codes are not selling just for your tax benefits, then you will not create a sales organization. Okay, let's say UK, you have company codes only for financial statements, or Dubai or Ireland. That's what these companies will do. Then you will not create your sales organization. Any question on company codes, sales organization, distribution channel, division? Then we can talk about the implementation part, and then I'll say in SAP. Okay. So all those things you decide during business blueprint, and then you will create a documentations that how many org structure documentations you need. What is your process? You do that mapping and everything, and you find a blueprint document. And what we did 2B process. So while doing that business process discussions, right, like most of the time you will see it is not exact fit in SAP. Right? Requirements could be something unique. Right? So between as is and to be process, there is something called gap analysis. And that's what like end-to-end implementation is. Right? That's what I was talking about. If you are starting your SAP career and if you don't have any end-to-end implementation, like from business workshops till go live, then people usually not big companies do not take you, right? So that's why you have to start from any small companies to get that experience. And once you have one implementation in your resume, then you can go anywhere. Like it's really sky's the limit for after that.
Like learning driving, but first you have to drive
Yes.
at least one car. Then okay, now you are a driver,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Right now, you are learning simply theory.
And then see, I can help you on getting those experience, like hands-on experience, right? If you are already working in a company where already there, then it's easy to tell that, hey, I did these things, right? I was part of business requirements, but from user side, right? I did not do the configuration, but I know the entire process flow. I know how SAP works, and that will be in your advantage. The reason, because see, as a consultant, right, we know only that SAP part. Oh, okay, do you know what? We have to do that configuration, we go for it. But if you have the business knowledge, like let's say easily we can create a resume for for Prakash that he is expert in high tech industry, right? In semiconductor high tech industry, he has expert in quality check and other things. Companies like Accenture, EY, KPMG, they will love to hire these folks who knows that business requirements, right? Because systems you can teach, anybody can learn systems quickly, but to know this business in details, right? And then if you become a consultant, you know already the business, you learn at SAP, then you can work closely with them. Like your language, your business language, people from all those business stakeholders will understand easily, right? Sometimes it is difficult to communicate our SAP language and translate it to business language. It's difficult, but if you are from business side, it will be much easier. If you have supply chain background, it will be much easier for you to learn SAP and then talk to business stakeholders. You'll be very successful as an SAP consultant.
Rajiv sir, if I want a SME for Ericsson, for JBL, for SAP background, company offer to many employee to make a SME. SME is from the global side, the one single point persons who work in the plant. So one is the, and other person is SME for the SAP applications. So I want to also getting the opportunity, but I am not background by sales, not background my logistic, not my background for finance. So how we can be expert in SAP?
Yeah, that's
What
what
is the
that's where you have to go through the SAP. Like I will help you on that one, okay, to understand that the business requirement. See, you're already working, and you know a lot of things, right? I will talk about, once we'll start talking, then you can connect those dots, right? Like it's for, let's say, all EDI processes, right? Are you using any EDIs, any 856 or anything, EDI 8 to 10?
yeah, 8 to 10? I have no idea. I have no idea
So
what
that's
is.
what, like, you have to learn, and then once you connect that dot, like once I'll help you to work on your resume, right? Then you can visualize. We have not even started SAP right now till now. We are working on the concept side. Once you understand, it will be much easier for you to learn it. Okay, so as is, right? Say same thing in your profile. As is, like you mentioned all these things, to be where you want to be as in like SAP consultant. So what is the gap analysis? Similarly for any companies, right? It's not SAP, they are not in SAP, right? Any legacy system, we say another legacy system, right? Let's say not non-SAP system, let's say non-SAP system, and then you are going to SAP S4 HANA. Okay, so what will be to be designed? But see, SAP is not like it's out of the box, any configuration you will do, and then you will start running on SAP. That never happens. Okay, so we have to create a gap analysis documentations. Okay, to fulfill, let's say there are businesses asking for some kind of report which is not there in SAP. So you will create like gap analysis, how to fulfill those gaps. And then as an SAP consultant, right? So you have to fill these gaps. So using standard configuration, let's say most of the projects is like 40-60. So 40% standard SAP configuration, 60% there will be gap. So to fulfill those gaps, we create something called RISEF. And this is not only for SAP. You are doing any software implementation projects, you have to go for this particular process. RISEF is, W is for workflow. I'll explain it to you in a minute. R is for report. I is for interface. C is for conversion. E is for enhancement. And F is for forms. So what is workflow? Anybody, can you explain workflow? Anybody from like IT background? Okay, so workflow is kind of, let's say I have created a contract, right? In the same example, like if I have a signed contract where I'm giving some discounts of, let's say 50% discounts of any product, right? As a salespersons, we want to close that contract. Let's say Rajji is from sales and marketing. He wants to get that sign off from the customer, right? To get that sign off, he can provide any kind of promises or any discounts, right? He will enter that, but there is something called contract approval process. It will go to legal team, right? It will go to finance team. They will see that what is my margin, right? So once we submit this a contract, at that point of time, what will happen? Like it will go for, let's say, legal approval from finance team, if it is really feasible or not, right? It will go to operations team, that whatever promise Raj is making, if it is feasible to do that or not, right? All those things, right? So think about that. So all those things, the moment if you're submitting, email will trigger automatically. So if you have that kind of requirement, that if you want to do those things, you can do, like once I submit this button, then it should go for approval email notification. So that's what the workflow is. So whatever you are doing that work, there should be a process flow to get that complete your approval. Maybe there is a requirement, okay, do you know what? It should come to my iPhone, it should go to my email, and then there's some kind of button, approval or reject. If I submit and in my iPhone, if I click on approved, then in SAP it should go and approve that contract. And then automatically, once I am doing this approval process in my Salesforce, contract should be approved and it should go back to my SAP. This kinds of requirement. SAP does not have it. There is no standard process for that, which will talk to Salesforce and then get this approval in SAP using your email. Right? You are getting that email in your iPhone with two different buttons, approve, reject. If it is rejected, then it should stay in Salesforce. But if you are doing that approval, then it should go automatically flow from Salesforce to SAP. If you get that kind of requirement, as a consultant, we say, hey, this is not possible in SAP in using a standard SAP configuration. So that is, we document as a gap in that business blueprint. And then we say we can do it in SAP, but there will be development objects in SAP terminology, or like it's for any other system. It's a customization. You have to custom based on business requirement. Customization, or you can say development work. It is not out of box. So all this gap analysis, all the RISE-F objects is not out of the box. You have to do the customization. Development work will be required. And there, you as if SAP considered functional side, there will be also technical team will be there. Who will write a code for you? In SAP, the coding is in ABAP language. And don't worry about that. Like I don't know coding. I don't know even ABAP. I can't read even code. Okay? But I have a team which works for me to do that technical development objects. Any question on understanding workflow? What is workflow? Basically, think about it as kind of notification which is triggering from any actions, right? If you're taking any action, it is going to someone else for approval, or it is notifying somebody. Right? That's what that workflow is. Same thing, right? There could be, we have to notify our customer if it is approved. So once my manager is doing that approval, we should also, system should automatically perform some kind of job that you can do using the workflow. So this RISE-F object is, this W is for workflow. Any question on workflow? Okay. Then comes to report. So report is basically, it's very wide, right? Like I want all my opportunities, say in the example of Raj's like, requirement, right? Where I want to see that this contract which I'm getting into SAP, I should know that what is my opportunity number, right? What was closed, and then I kind of like a report, very fancy report. All these things like a campaigning, opportunity inquiry, quotation, contract, till my billing document and my AR. I need a report that how much it was billed to that customer, what is pending, how much it was shipped, when it was shipped, right? What was my truck number or my FedEx number? I want in one report. That is not possible in standard SAP, because in standard SAP, if you are using Salesforce, SAP will not know what was your opportunity number, right? So here again, we have to get data from Salesforce, bring into SAP, create one custom report, and then hand over to Raji, right? So that kind of requirement will come under a reporting requirement. Same process will be there, which will discuss probably next week. What all those functional specifications, like other things. Right? Are you getting it? Like the reporting requirement. It's self-explanatory, right? Like different kind of report which we use a day-to-day job in our job.
Like once you complete the workflow, your reports will be going on like different kinds of where do have the shipment position, where the billing position, where the payment position going on. After the process of workflow, you have to done it. Once you done it, the workflow.
Not really. These are two independent requirement. Right? So workflow requirement is only to get that approval. A report could be anywhere, anything.
But you
This
once
is
they
not
get
internal.
the approval, after that you can have a different charges like you have.
Yeah. Report could be anywhere, right? It's independent requirement. This is not always, maybe in some clients you don't need that notification, but you are looking for some kind of dashboard report. Okay, so I can see my all other I need my sales order number, delivery number, the FedEx tracking number. All right, so those things in one report, and it could be anything, right? Let's say I want to also see my cost of goods sold, like what is my profit margin. You get my point? In one report, I
Okay,
want all
got
those
it.
things. Yeah, there could be a bunch of other reports, right? I want something, let's say, who was the sales employee who has closed this particular contract. right? And then I will see
Right.
how much commissions we are giving to that person. Yeah, let's say there could be report only for managerial level, right? A supervisor or let's say C-suites level, who wants to see one consolidated report, okay, about all my profit margin, how much revenue forecast you will have in next month. So that could be any broad term, right? But it's all are independent, like it's not connected to any of these, right? So what is something else? Report is something else. Like reporting requirement could be like I want 10 different kinds of reports. There could be a situation where you don't even need workflow.
Okay.
Some scenarios you need only your workflow but not report. You are good with standard SAP reports. Standard SAP is giving you like SAP itself is giving you approx 1200 different kinds of reports. Okay, but if you are looking something which is not standard SAP, then you will go for development object. Then it is your customization. If you can do through configuration or standard SAP, you don't have to go through this process. Yeah.
Okay.
Interface. Interface is basically connecting between two different systems. In this case, it's same example, right? In this case, we are making interface between SAP Salesforce. Right? Let's say you are using Salesforce for CRM and SAP for this one, right? But if you are if you want that contract is signed off, this data should flow and create something in SAP, this contract. These are two different systems. But if you want that kind of interface, and then you have to connect this SAP system to your Salesforce. To fulfill that requirement, you have to go for an interface. So that requirement will be an interface. Now, all those requirements you are capturing here in the business blueprint, the functional design documentations. Right? Because you are talking business requirements, as is process, to be process, the gap analysis. Right? For each processes. We will discuss like in details, right? In sales, there are pricing requirements, and all those requirements you will capture in different business blueprint. Yeah. Conversion. Any question on interface, right? It's a simple. Two different systems talking to each other. You have to go for interface. Okay. Conversion. Conversion is basically data conversion. It's more kind of bringing data from your legacy system. Right? Because right now you are not in SAP system, you are on any legacy system, but there are a lot, your business is running as usual, right? You have to bring everything from your legacy system to S4. Right? Let's say you have 10,000 different materials, right? You have also open inventory. You have all like 4,000 customers records. So you have to bring all those things from your legacy system to SAP system, ECC or S4 HANA system. It's itself is a huge task, right? To bringing those data into SAP system. So that's what data conversion is. Okay. And then of course, your role as an OTC consultant or any other consultants will be focusing on not all data. Let's say if you are working on order to cash sales side, then your data conversion objects will be limited to your customer master and your pricing record, open sales, open contracts, only specific to those things. Right? Not there will be like big team. So all these persons, let's say any AR balance, AP balance, that will be RTR team. Okay, material master, that you will not be responsible like, as an OTC consultant. So there will be separate team for that. Okay, it's not that we have to do everything. So data conversion, but this is a huge thing, right? Getting all customers, all different fields to bring into SAP, that's a huge task. Any question on data conversion? Okay. And enhancement, we'll discuss enhancements in details also, like, but I'll tell you overall, let's say if SAP is not able to fulfill that requirement, standard SAP configuration, so you are enhancing SAP's functionality to fulfill your business requirement, that is called enhancement. Okay. Forms, any invoice, any printout which you are getting from SAP. Okay, let's say any pick list, any invoice, any customer acknowledgement, any contract in the PDF document, those things are called forms. Right? So definitely we have to do that development objects for forms where you need to put in this particular case Dow Chemicals logo, right? The address of the company code, address of the, let's say, customer when you are creating any billing document, any invoicing. So most of the time that we have to go through this RISE objects to fulfill that business requirement, and all those things we capture in different business blueprint document, functional design documents. Here we are talking about like only about numbers of RISE objects. Like we need 10 workflow reports and other things, and next week we'll discuss about the details of each, right? Like how, where we do that, what we do. And let's say for there is something called functional specification, technical specification, development work, unit testing of these objects. Okay. But that's what we do like in day-to-day life. 3 to 4 months for business blueprint, and most of the time we'll go through different life cycle of the project implementation. So it's too much, right, today?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
I have some questions. Like,
sure.
I am working in a IT sales team for the staffing area and the product and service line to pitching the customer and the client. But I want to change my domain in the SAP. So I have a very little bit idea of the SAP. Okay. So my concern point is that anyone can change the domain on the behalf of the theory part, and once he get any opportunity in the organization, so he can start his journey on hands-on practice. So it's work it or it's not work it.
Definitely it will work, right? So think about it. You should have that passion if you want to change it, right? If you want to change your career path, definitely you can do that, right? The how will you
But
do that?
in So the question is that like I have an only theoretical knowledge. If I will learn in next 3 to 4 months as a theory basis of the SAP, but don't have any still much knowledge in a hands-on practice. So can I get any opportunity?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, say, go target for not to big companies, right? Target to some. You have to, of course, you have if you want to be in this industry, right? Of course, you have to sacrifice for your salary for few for at least for 2 to 4 months. Let's say you work for any small companies, get that hands-on experience. Okay, there are a couple of small companies in Hyderabad who can help you. Also there are like companies in Pune. I don't know what is your location right now, but yes, you can.
Noida.
Noida, yeah, there are like bunch of companies which you can get that hands-on experience. Right? But where did you learn SAP? Like you told that you have little bit knowledge of SAP. Where did you get that?
Through the relative.
Where?
Through the relative, one of the my
Okay,
nephew is working in the one of the my relative is working in the
okay,
SAP.
okay. So in and where do you work right now?
I'm working target icon.
Okay, and then you mentioned that it's more kind of like resource management, the technical providing your technical resources to other companies.
Yes, right now I am providing different kinds of services like project handling, staffing purpose, and sometime also pitching like different. We have in some our own product like one is Q Ride application which help in EV sectors.
Yeah. So, and do you have an access of these? I think I've uploaded your like video training documents on OTC side, and then also uploaded one book. Okay, so go
Okay.
through that.
So do you give me some idea about how can I start my own self to learn the SAP to get in some opportunity in the near future? So
Yeah,
by because I am searching the Udemy, Coursera, lots of places, but I didn't get any best platform to get in more about the SAP.
I have uploaded like in the Google folder. uh, from learn to from basics, like uploaded a bunch of videos, training videos, okay, and then also uploaded one book. It will help
Okay.
you to understand that concept, okay, and there you can start. Once you learn something, then you can work on your resume. I also uploaded a couple of resume template,
Okay.
okay, and then I can definitely help you to reach out to a couple of companies, right, who is not looking for like, hey, you should have at least like couple of implementation experience, who gives an opportunity to freshers. Like if you're fresher like in SAP, then there is some
Yes.
companies which can give you, which can recruit you, right? This company called Akita Technology, AAKIT, in Mumbai. It's a small boutique firm. There is also called CBS IT. There are a couple of IT firms. There is something IT Bizarre. There is some companies I will put that list also. And then I know couple of folks over there too.
Could you write down in the chat box so I can take any
Yeah.
screenshots? If you
Yes.
So if let me see if I'm there. If you share your email ID with us, with Pankaj, we can add you. You know, he can give you access to the both folders which Rajiv has created, so you can share everything.
No, I think Rohitji, you utilized that folder right now.
no, I didn't get your point.
No, whatever Rajeevji shared folder with us.
Actually, I joined the late session. That's why I didn't get any food.
I'll share. I'll share. I'll show them. 1 second, since I'm already
Okay.
there. So
So,
is it visible, Pankaj? My screen.
Yeah, Manaji, we can see that.
Okay, so Rajivji, you can just explain to him what it is. I'll open this one also for
Yeah,
him.
right.
Okay, so
So
here you
here
go.
in this, right, in this one, in this particular folder, I have created couple of resume template, right? What we should write in resume and what we should not, right? What we should write in the cover letter. There are also template for cover letter. Yeah. So this will be your first thing, right? How are you presenting yourself, right? Packaging yourself to different companies. In other folder,
Let, let me go back to the folder. I'll
sure.
just go there.
Yeah.
SAP for beginners. This
Yeah.
is what
SAP
actually
for beginners.
this
SAP
was
for
his question. So here you go.
yeah, SAP for beginners, right? So here, if you see this particular book, Clancy Williams, this is a really nice book. It will give you a lot of conceptual things, and it has all those screenshots also, right? It will help you to understand that. So when I got my first job without doing much of hands-on experience, I went through this book, and then it will really help you. This is a really nice book. Okay. And then if you see these videos, training videos 1 and 2, if you'll go through these videos, you will understand. It's like it's training videos. It's not like it's
Rajiv,
not
can I
training videos.
drop my email ID in a chat box? Could you share these things with me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's very helpful for me. Actually, I want to change my domain area and recipes. So it's very helpful if you drop me an email,
And
Yes.
second thing, Rohit, we live every Sunday 8 to 10 p.m. Right?
right?
So
Yeah.
all we need to join and enjoy this session. So beginner, it's a
Why not?
really
Why not, sir?
Yeah.
So Pankaj,
Actually,
next 2 Sundays, actually, I'm traveling. I'm going to Ohio. So
okay.
can we do it like in Saturday for next 2 sessions? Actually, I'll be traveling. I'm flying on Sunday
After
afternoon.
9, 8 to 9, it's already booked regarding science session.
No,
So
no,
after,
no, no, no. It's okay. We can do 9 to 11. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
9 is
9 to
not
11
too
is
late.
fine.
yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So next two
Oh,
Saturdays, but
yeah.
then after that I'll be working remotely. But these
so
two,
please
yeah.
schedule the session on Sunday. Actually, on Saturday, I am traveling to my hometown.
Yeah.
So
Then,
This is a
only
conflict.
for yeah, it will be difficult.
then probably next 2 Sundays, like I will not be able to join. Like I will be flying. So I'm going to the
Going
airport
to
at
the
So let's do two
let's do two
Saturdays
Saturdays.
and then
Okay,
back
I'm
to
fine with
Sundays.
We can
Yeah.
postpone and another Sunday we can arrange this meeting because many we are also I am also in the second shift. My working is there, so I am not comfortable to
Oh,
attend the meeting. So
Okay. All right.
you can
So
follow.
here is no. It's okay. So here is what we'll do. We have a lot of supplemental things to cover. Rajeevji is covering, so I can take you guys to the quality world that day. I mean, when Rajeevji is not there, or production department, because I can do from engineering side everything what is being done, not not as a developer but as a user. I have been user for of the system, and mainly I have been using like Oracle and some internal, like when I was at Intel, they had their own system. They don't pay that much money to other people, so they are big corporation, they can develop their own. But basically they are all the same. I mean, I see everything just like SAP is on the Oracle. So also another piece is that, so we'll cover, we'll not be exactly going into this detail, but we will cover other part, production part, if when Rajeevji is not there. So let's continue the class on then as a regular schedule, Pankaj, next week. So that's one. Also, I would suggest that, I mean, there is so many. I was checking how many videos are there on YouTube. You cannot believe there, there are so many videos.
Yes, sir. I have started the yes, sir. I have started the video and yes, taking the learning from the which is Rajiv sir is shared with us.
Exactly. So use it as a supplement also whenever you have time. I mean, we have to fill our brain with knowledge from all sources. So let's just take advantage of YouTube and Google Baba. Thank you.
Sir, how to check in YouTube? How to check where it will meet? And name of Rajiv sir, I will have to write this particular because YouTube lots of video is there. So how will check this training session? Will be at YouTube.
No. This training session we will share with you. And okay, should let me show you where it is. Pankaj, can you show it that how they can access it? Although we should be sending it and putting it in our folder there so that everybody can simply click it. I think that would be easiest way. Yeah, so we'll put it in the folder. Okay, this folder which Rajiv ji has created, we'll add link of the video, so that will be easier for everybody.
Right, sir.
Okay.
I'm also
Okay.
pinging a when link, right? This person Praveen SD, right? He's expert in SAP SD, which we are going through. And then I put this link. There are a bunch of YouTube videos, free videos. You can
Yeah.
also go through that. It's a really nice one. And Rohit, I have shared those folders to you. Okay, and then go through that book, right? You will really understand. You will love
Thank you,
that
sir.
book. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Maybe we'll talk about the books. We'll
Yes.
quiz each other in his absence.
Yeah. Go through that. And
Yeah.
Om for your quality thing, you mentioned about some batch tracking things, right? The
Yes,
batch
yes,
tracking at Jobber, right?
yes. We
I'm
have
working
to.
on a software called Green Token.
We have using the MES for interface. So we are,
That's good. Like if you can explain that software, that is also learning thing
yes.
for us, right? And then because see, this is another hot area, blockchain.
Uh, what you say, sir?
The blockchain technology, right? Like there's something called Green Token. I'm working for the chemicals like software. The Green Token to how to track that entire batch. Okay,
I
I
have
think
no
that's all
idea.
for today.
I have no idea.
All right. So I guess then we're ready to close today. Thank you, everybody. Raj, you have a lot of insight. You can tell
Sir.
us next week when Rajiv is not here from the practical point of view. Om Prakash has experience in quality like me, so he's a so we all have a little bit of different. We are like a six blind men and elephant, so we have to figure out this elephant.
Yes,
SAP.
sir. Sir, I was also quality man. For it was a material selection for Bureau
Exactly.
Varieties Quality International.
Exactly. You cannot be only one thing. You have to be in the different domain to really
Sir,
understand this elephant, right? That's the only
sir.
way. So it's good to have different hats at different time. And I think as an engineering community, we also get bored doing one thing for a very long time. So
Yeah.
this is, you guys, it's good change that we do it for a while, this, and then do something else.
Rajiv sir, are you from Mumbai? Where from? Matlab in India? Where you are Mumbai staying?
Yeah, I did my MBA from Mumbai, but yeah, I studied till graduation. I was in Munger and Bhagalpur.
From Bhagalpur side you are, but yeah, Mumbai are you having house? Because Mumbai earlier you had worked, you told na.
Yeah, I started working in Mumbai, but I have a house in Pune.
Yeah,
When
Pune
I
you are
joined
having.
Wipro Technologies, yes,
Pune at which place? Pune at which place, sir?
Wakad.
Okay, because Pune was in trouble in just previous week, this rain and all, having
Uh,
lots of trouble in Pune, especially entire Chinchwar, Bhosari, everyone is badly drowned, badly drowned.
What happened? I didn't hear
Sir,
anything.
it was a very heavy rain in India, Mumbai, especially western parts of India. A maximum
Uh-huh.
entire India is a flooded one. However,
Um,
Pune, it is a record after 100 years, never takes such type of rain in Pune. Pune, my
wow.
project is also going in near Bhosri. There is a one Adani group, Adani company is yeah, making one data center. Adani is making name is the Adani Connects. Then my company is working there. I have brought that entire order from Bhosri. The entire project was drowned. The house and the worker is staying. Everything was badly drowned. Very heavy rain. मतलब around you can say 3 feet, yeah, 4 to 5 feet. No car, nothing was rowing. Entire it was down. Entire Chinchwar, Bhosri, and lots of places of Pune. In society, there is a Khadagwasla Dam is there nearby Pune. The Khadagwasla Dam they have opened. For that, what happens, sir? In 10 yeah, residential society, water was badly entered. People were sleeping in night and their
Oh my
first floor
God.
was badly drowned, badly covered by water. You can understand, ground floor was complete, deeply dead. Then it was a news everywhere. It was there.
Oh, sorry to hear that. All right, so I
Uh,
think we can close the session today. And Pankaj, please don't include this